A very good evening and a very warm welcome to Buddhist Mahavira's Facebook live page. And this evening we are continuing our Fake Friends series, and we're doing the fourth fake friend. And this evening we have a very special young Bhante from Indonesia who will join us shortly and explain to us the fourth type of fake friend. That is the Apaya Sahaya, the waster, someone who wastes your resources or finances. And to explain the fourth type of fake friend, let me bring on or invite Bhikkhu, uh, more better known as Bhante Abhipuñño from Indonesia. Good evening, Bhante.
Good evening, brother.
Welcome to Buddhist Mahavira's Facebook page in live. And we are here at the Dhammadana series. And this evening, you'll be talking to us on the fourth fake friend. And for those of you who are not familiar, and I think this is the first time Bante is appearing on our Dhammadana series here on Facebook, on BME's Facebook. Let me quickly read Bante's profile so that we have a understanding of who Bante is. Just give me a minute. Let me get his profile. Yes. Now, Bante Abhipuñño is a 29-year-old Indonesian monk who was ordained in January 2013 at the Wat Ratana Wanaram Payo in Thailand. He did his primary education in Indonesia, and then in 2016, he did a Bachelor of Arts degree program at the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University in Yangon, Myanmar. In 2020, he enrolled for a master's program at the Peradeniya University in Kandy, Sri Lanka, but had to return to Indonesia recently because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So he's currently in Indonesia, but he will return to Sri Lanka to complete his studies once the pandemic is over. So, without much ado, I would now like to invite Bante to start this evening's Dhamma sharing on the Apaya Sahaya. Bante?
Okay, thank you so much for your times giving me the opportunity to give these kinds of Dharma talks, brother. So yeah, before I start my Dharma talk, let's make like prayer to the Buddha. I will recite Namo Tassa for 3 times. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Yes. Maybe first of all, I would like to say good evenings to all of you who listening this video and live streaming. Maybe we'll stream in the Facebook. So yeah, maybe can say, and also this is my first time by giving my can say my knowledge concerning with the Buddha's teachings in English, even though in the previous during these kinds of situations, pandemic COVID-19 around all over the world, we can't see face to face just by giving the online, right, and the talk. So and I met the Bhante Vinita, and also I would like to say thank you for the Bhante Vinita who invite me to give and presents my knowledge in this program. So yeah, before I explain concerning with the fourth topic in the Fakes Friends series, I would like to say in the Buddhism, for the good friends, indeed very necessary to cultivate good spiritual uh, minds and then the spiritual quality in our minds. So the Buddha have taught it in the Sigalawada Sutta, which is all of you ever heard before me, right? So I got the last series for these topics, which is all of you already learned about the Mita Patirupaka, which is translated as the taker, given by the Professor Kapila Abayawansa. And then the second is Waci Parama, the smooth talker, given by the Professor Ratna Wijetunga. And then the last Sunday is given by the Professor Babunogama Santa Wimala about the Anupiabani, which is can be translated as the fettler. And now my times is Apaya Sahaya, which is already introduced by the brother Leslie about the Worcester. So in this sutta, we can learn more about the characteristics, which is good friends and then the fake friends. Like I already said earlier, the good friends can be quality and develop our minds, right? But in these times also we have to understand about the fake friends in our life. Maybe we don't know which kinds of the characteristics of the fake friends, right? Because many friends around us, which is we can't understand also, oh, which one is good, which one is bad, right? But the Buddha already thought about that, and then he very skilled to explain about the fake friends and then the characteristics about the fake friends. So yeah, brother, could you please maybe share the PowerPoints? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is we will learn about the Apaya Sahaya about the Wester, which is this one is the last, right, for the Fake Friends series in the Sigalawada Sutta. Yeah, so in this discussions, I would like to discuss about the terms of words Apaya and Sahaya, the contents of the sutta itself, and then the explanations about the commentary and the sub-commentary explanations in the Tipitaka. And then also the Buddha's teachings, one of them teach about the cause and effect, right? Why we have to understand, we have to abstain from them, so we have to not associate with the fake friends, right? And then the last, I will conclude my Dhamma talk. Okay, please next. Yeah. Now we would like to know about the terms, the words of apaya and sahaya. Like you saw, if like you see in the screens, there is meanings of apaya. So many, right? It's not like worldful states only, but also there is inspirations, loss of property, leakage, outflow of water, lapse, falling away in conduct, right, and etc. And also I mentioned about the sahaya, which is can be translated as the companion, right, companion and friends. I already give also the reference in there. Yeah, so next. Now the general meaning for the apa sahaya, I have taken from the three resources, which is three of them is give the different kinds of meanings, but the same, right, in the meanings, right, in the meanings. One of them is spender, and then the second one who brings ruin, and then spendthrift companions, right? The reference also I have already given. So in this time, the Apaya Sahaya also can be translated as the Wester. Wester for what kinds of things they have to waste, right? So let's see in the contents of the sutta. Please next. Now, the contents of the sutta, right? I also given in the Pali words also. Chatuhiko gahapati puta tanehi apayasa hayo amito mitapati rupako vedi tabo. So in the translated as in four ways, young householder, should one who brings ruins be understood as a who in the guise of a friend. One of them, the characteristics, one is he is a companion in indulging in intoxications that cause infatuations and heedlessness. The second, he is a companion in sheltering a slow, relaxed walk in the street at unseemly hours. And the third is he is a companion in frequenting theoretical shows. And the fourth one, he is a companion in indulging in gambling, which causes heedlessness. So now I would like to explain about the points of number one. You see, there is in the first companions, first way, our fake friends sometimes stay together with us just because of they want to drink liquor. Without liquor, they don't want to stay with us. Just because of that liquor, oh, I would like to drink liquor. Please come. And then they come. If without liquor, they don't want to come. Right? So even though we are very, very good friends with them, but just only good friends because of the liquor. Well, this one also is not good, right? That the first the Buddha mentions because of that, because of intoxications, we can commit a lot of bad conduct concerning with the morality, right? In the fifth morality of five precepts, also we have to abstain the intoxicant, right? And later we come to understand why the Buddha mentions about these intoxications, right? Some country I have stayed in Thailand, and also I have stayed in Myanmar, and even though last times I have lived in the Sri Lanka, right? So I come to learn about their culture, right? About their culture, which is they are very, very addicted about this intoxicant, right? But unfortunately, can say some of them, they don't want to come to the temple, right? Because you see, amongst in the Thailand or in Myanmar or in Sri Lanka, right? They have maybe we can count it as a Buddhist country, right? We can say a Buddhist country, but it doesn't means like you see. Last times also have questions appear. Why? Even though they are a Buddhist country, they are very very high for consumes of liquor. You see, this one is very funny also, right? Because if you are understand, right? If we are understands about, oh, Buddha have mentioned we should abstain from drink and drug, right? Liquor, alcohol, and etc. Even for narcotics, also we have to abstain from it. And those in those countries is very high, right? The review their consumes of the liquor is very high, right? This one is can say because of the some culture, some activity, right? They did in their daily life, right? They say, oh, I have to drink liquor because I have very very tired. So I need liquor because I want to sleep very well, right? You see, if you drink right the liquor or the alcohol, you can be drunk and then you can sleep very well, right? You can sleep very well without think anything. You just unconscious, and then you just sleep everywhere, right? You can sleep everywhere all the times, right? This one. And then the second, uh, brother, could you please? Yeah. The second, there is a slow, relaxed walk in street at unseemly hours. So the second of point, we have to understand that it doesn't mean that you, when you are walking right at night, it's not good. No. So the terms of the seconds you have to understand is you have to get kinds of purpose, right? If you have right walk at night, maybe because of you want to exercise, right? For the exercise, then it's okay, right? In here, the second meanings for that, right? If you walk without any purpose, and then you don't have anything to do, just stay in the outside, right? And then thinking, looking here, and then doing nothing. This is the meaning what the Buddha want to say, right? Because if you are going outside at the times, right, at night without any purpose, you left your family behind, you left your parents behind, right? And then if you have a family, right, you're going outside at night without any purpose, you left your family, you left your parents unguarded, right? No one's who help and take care of them, right? Because nowadays also, right, not only in Indonesia, even Malaysia, almost all the world, they cause and get the effects of the COVID-19, right? So many robber, many thieves also can come to our house, right? So we have to understand also these kinds of things. So please don't go outside without any purpose. I mean, with the good purpose for that. Okay, and then number three is his companion in frequenting theoretical shows. You see, the third point also you have to understand that even though you want to see, you want to look, right, such kinds of show, right, but very late night. Also, your mind's always wandering, you don't have any peace minds because of that, right? Later we come to understand what is the characteristics for that, why the Buddha may even mentions about the show, why we can't, right, go and then to see show, such kind of show. And then the last point is indulging in gambling, right? So we have to understand gambling in any sense is not good, right? Gambling, he always makes such kinds of trouble, right? First of all, it's okay. Oh, maybe I can, no problem. I can make little by little, bet little and little and little. But later, ah, I'm very lost. I want to get such kinds of profit, right? By gambling. But the things, gambling is gambling, right? We don't have any my kinds of sure for them, right? So we have to know about the things, right? So this is the characteristics, this is the ways, the why we have to understand about the Western, right? And then now we have to know, uh, okay, now the commentary explanations and then the sub-commentary explanations, right? The commentary mentions that apaya sahayoti boganang apayesu sahayoti, which is can be translated as the Western is a friend who brings loss of properties, right? Uh, and then the Tika sub commentary mentions that Apa Yesu biasa nahe tu suk sahayo hoti. A friend who caused ruin or loss of destructions of properties. You see, in the Theravada, especially when I learned in the Myanmar, in BA, mostly they also use the explanations not only in the Tipitaka, but also they will explain in the commentary and then the sub commentary, which is like Atakata and Tika. For what, Bante? Because you see, if we just mentions, if we just see and learn about the originals of the Tipitaka, we can't understand exactly what is the meaning of those explanations. So because of commentary and then speak of the sub commentary, we can get very complete meaning, right? And also for such kinds of Dhamma speaker can be free from fault because we don't give our view by ourselves. We just give the view of the Buddhas in the mentions in the Tipitaka commentary and also the sub commentary, right? Even though such kinds of scholar students, scholar monks, maybe they don't use such kinds of commentary and sub commentary, but we can't take it took apart the Tipitaka from the commentary and sub commentary, right? This is what the world, I mean, it's like Thailand, Myanmar, even like Sri Lanka, and also they believe the Tipitaka contain, right? Not only Tipitaka, but also Atakata and Tika. So, as a lay devotee, right, they are very struggle and then very try very hard to find such kinds of properties, but they don't understand how to use, how to create kinds of properties that they gain in order to be developed and can sustain. If we have fake friends, right? If we don't have any good friends concerning for our spiritual, our properties is easy to lose, right? Because of what? Because you see, I just mentioned about the four characteristics in the fake friends, right? If we don't if we don't know about the characteristics about the fake friends considering for the Western, right? We just wish, oh, okay, this is my friend. Okay lah, it's okay lah. I will just give him a lot of money, a lot of money. You want to drink? Okay lah, I will buy for you. No, who does it, right? Don't say anything about, oh, this is my good friend, right? It's okay. He doesn't have money, or he wants, or we want to drink liquor, something like that. It's not good, right? You also, as a they say, is not good friends for them because of what you as make a conditions to do such kinds of drink for liquor. If you okay for liquor, I don't want to pay. If you want to eat, I can pay for you, right? If you want to drink liquor, no, I don't want to pay for you, right? So this one's also we have to understand for that, right? And also, please, brother, send share the next slide. Yeah, this is the explanation for the commentary, and then later we have to understand also the negative, right, consequence why we have to abstain from these things, right? First of all, there is loss of wealth, right? And then second, increase of quarrels, and then third, and so on. You see, if we very addict about the intoxicant, right? Which is like you see in the picture, right? Drug, and then the alcohol, right? In the mentions, when we are like intoxicated, our life never become very peace, right? Our life is very suffering. See, even right, even when we talk about the result for the intoxicants, right, our minds, right, cannot easily to be concentrated, right? Concentrations, we can't easily concentrations because the Buddha mentions already, if we have the bad morality, bad precepts, right, these precepts is the fundamental to develop the or samadhi. But if we have intoxicated our minds, if we commit the five precepts, right, concerning with the five precepts, the fifth precept, right, we can't. Even you can break first sila, right, first precept, second, third, and fourth, right? Because of this intoxicate, you can't see the things is clear, right? You just want things. Oh, I want to again and again and again, right? Even when you have a lot of money, you will lose your money, you will lose your property, you will lose your wealth, right? And because of that intoxications also, right, you make a potentials to fighting with the other. Suppose like you maybe drink from the outside, when you are come back to your home, right, your parents or your families ask you, because you are very you are not unconscious, you are very drunk, then you are fighting, right? Even if you don't take any intoxicated, your mind is very clear, right? Your mind is very clear. You can just, oh, yeah, okay, maybe this one is okay. I'm wrong, something like that, right? So these ones, take these ones, you increase the quarrels, right? And also, you see, I ever met one person that he used to consume the intoxicate. I mean, it's like drug, right? In the short moment of his life, is nothing happened. The situation, his life is very stable, right? It's very like normal. But later, you see, the minds, right, is very difficult, right? Even we want to say A, they thinks about B, C, D, and then the mind is never quiet. Always wandering here and there, always talking here and there, and then in the mind is already a little broken. It's not a normal, right? When we are consumes the intoxicants, it's not good for our body, right? This one is also we have to understand, and that's the uh, screens. Yeah. And the fourth one is earning in evil reputations. You see, now nobody will stay behind us, close with us, right? Because of we have evil reputations, we have easily, right, for fighting. We want to quarrel each other because of what? Because of indication, right? Our emotions also is very high if we like consumes these kinds of drug, size kinds of intoxicate for that, right? And then the fifth one is seamless explore of body, and then the sixth is weakening of intellect. You see, the minds for the short moments is okay, but later for long period, right? Your intellect, your minds, brains also is becoming is very weak because of the intoxicants. And then next, please. Now, these ones, you see the effect that we walk at unseemly hours in the street, right? And also they have bring results through our life. First of all, is they say he himself is unprotected and unguarded, right? And then the second, his wife and children are unprotected and unguarded. The third is property. His property is not unguarded, right? Unprotected and unguarded. And then the fourth one is suspected of evil deeds. The fifth is subject to false rumors. And then the sixth is meets with many troubles, right? Like I mentioned earlier, if you wandering in the street, right, and then unseemly hours is not the work hours, office hour, right? So you have your families behind at night, right? Even these times, if you just, oh, I want to go outside because of, oh, I don't feel boring at home, but don't do that, right? You yourself also, right, is very very dangerous, right? I'm protected. Even if you say, oh, I'm very protected, I can do such kinds of kung fu, I can do such kinds of martial arts. How about your parents? How about your family? Right? You can guard yourself, but you have to think about the ours family, about the friends, right? Parents, something like that. So, and also, if you are stay alone, so you are not married yet, maybe, right? Your property left behind, right? So if you are going outside at not wandering unseemly hours, that's what is the problems with your property. Your property also is gone, right? Because no one is protect for your properties, right? And then the fourth one is suspected of evil deeds, right? Sometimes is some yeah some kinds of things that may happen, right, at night because nobody stay outside, most of them stay at home. But at that times, unfortunately, you went to the outside, you went to the community, you went to the outside, then some things happen at the times, and it's only you that stay, and then the tragedies maybe only you, then you can be suspected because of that, or maybe this person is commit such kinds of things because of that bad action, right? So we have to understand also. And hence the fifth one is subject to false rumors. You know, among the society, we can't control, right? We can't control their mouth, we can't control their view, we can't control their opinions. But due to our actions, right, if you stay at home without untimely hours, right, it's not going like unpurposely, then also we don't have any kinds of rumors because of that, because we stay only our home, right? We just go outside in the office hour, right? And then together with the family times maybe at night, right? So this one is not can be arise such kinds of false rumors. And then the sixth is meets with many troubles, right? Yeah, if you are stay outside, right, the times you himself is not guard your wife, property loss, also your suspected evil deeds, false rumors. This ones you can get, yeah, many troubles. Right? Also, yes, please next. Now we have to understand about the six evil consequence in frequenting theoretical shows, right? See here. He used to think, ever thinking, where is dancing, where is singing, where is music, where is recitations, playing cymbal and pot blowing, right? Or you just want to show, you want to just fun, right? Just want to fun, and then your mind is also, you see, the Buddha's teachings mentions and taught us about the peace of mind. Peace of minds can bring you to the happy life, right? But if your mind is always wondering, oh, I want to show this, I want to go, where is dancing, where is singing, and etc. Where is music? Always wandering here and there. And there's never be peace you can get because of that, right? Because of that. So this one's six evil consequence we have to understand. And then the next, please. Uh, so now we have uh, learned about the gambling, right? So this is the six evil consequence for gambling, right? Indulging in gambling. The first one is the winner begets hate. The loser grieves for loss. Well, the third is loss of wealth and etc. You see, the gambling, right, is never be a good solutions for us to find or to get a lot of gains by of gambling, right? If we want to do and then we want to have gain our property, don't do about the gambling. Even, right, the price, even the money you can get from the gambling is higher than your salary, higher than your earns. But in gambling is never sure for that, right? Even as the Buddha mentions and the Buddha encourages to the lay devotee, lay Buddhist, lay follower, don't to indulge in gambling because of this. This kinds of the consequence that's mentions also took from the Sigalowada Sutta as well, right? So we have to understand about this gambling. Right, I already mentioned also about the characteristics, right? The equals consequence there in the screen, right? You can show in the screen. Yeah, this one's the negative side. We have to understand. If we want to have positive, then also we have to prevent, right? Not to do this gambling at all, right? Okay, next. Okay, as a conclusions, as my conclusions for this Dhamma talk, right? Uh, we have to understand the characteristics of the fake friends in order to see the quality of ourselves. The Buddhas mentions the Dharma can be very beneficial if one can practice himself. Dhammam care sukam maawa hati. The Pali words, right? Dhammam care sukam maawa hati, which is means like if we practice, right, the Dharma itself can bring us to the happiness. Now, things is we can't see and then we can't, right, criticize for our friends. Oh, this is he's very fake, he's very fake, he's very fake, he's very fake. But we forget to see what is happens in our habit. So we have to understand also these things. It doesn't mean that, oh, Buddha mentions this, the characteristics of the fake friends, the characteristics of the Western. We just look around our friends. Oh, this friend is fake friends or not? This one is fake friends or not? No, right? We should see the quality of our self. So if we don't have such kinds of quality, right, that may be characteristics that mentions in the Sigalawada Sutta, in the Apaya Sahaya, right, we can be a good friends for the others. You see, different kinds of sutta also mentions about that, right? Which is one, like if we have the good mind, if we have good quality as a good friend, right? The another good friend also will associate with us. But if we don't practice, then they don't want also to come. Even if we want to see, oh, I want to look about the good friends, I want to find a Kalyanamita, right? But we forget to see, oh, these ones I have this bad quality, I have this negative characteristic. So we have to change concerning with the Buddhas, right? The Buddha's teachings very important that because they change the bad habit or negative habit in our mind, right? If we want to change, you can't get. If you believe you want to your friends, very, very good friends, you cannot get like that. But you can start from yourself. So this is very important things I want to share. And then also as my conclusion, please try to contemplate your quality. You have such kinds of things or not, right? Like it mentions in the fake friend series, you have learned about the taker, small talker, flatterer, and now you learn about the western. So these qualities you have to contemplate. You have these kinds of things on, right? And then after that, right, you can be like associate with the good friends. Then you are developed, right? You are still continue. You are very, very good heart. You have good mind together with them, right? But if you don't, then you want to find, also you cannot find. If you don't want to find, they will come to you and find about you. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for the chance that given to me. Hope uh, my sharing can be very benefit to all of you and increase about the faith to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Thank you.
Thank you, Bante. Thank you for the very interesting Dhamma sharing. Um, I don't see any questions here from our Facebook listeners or viewers, but I got one personal question, Bante. Now, what if we have children who are actually musically inclined and they would like to pursue a course or a career in music? How do you advise them? After going through the Dhammashaman just now about being in theatrical shows and enjoying music, how do you advise somebody who wants to have a career in music? What is your advice to them?
Ah, I see. Yes, it's very, very interesting questions that asked. Yeah, for the children that maybe they have hobbies for their music, as a parents, we can guide them and then support them as they like. This is first. And then the second is because of the parents wants to their child to be happy. Also, what we can do is just like support and guide them. Okay, if some things that may happen, we cannot directly to such make kinds of adjustment. Oh, you can't do like this. You can't do like this. No, in the modern times and nowadays, right, the child is little different, right? Their minds is little different. So we can't do like that, right? We just cannot accuse them. So, oh, you can't do this. You can't do like this. No. What we can do is explain or maybe ask them about the question. So if you want to like this, you want to continue your music, you have to understand about the consequence of that, right? If you want to take course for the music, also you have to understand about the consequence, right? So it's make them also thinks and then wisely and then develops about the wisdom which is can be benefit for their life. If you just accuse, right? Accuse all the times, accuse. That they can't make decisions for their life. And also, right, in the negative side, that the psychologs say like if you just accuse is the bad emotions is negative, uh, yeah, negative sides that's the collects in their minds, right? And later, when we are not there, maybe if we are just pass away, also they can't survive their life, right? This is what we can do. Is like first support and guide, right? If they are in the wrong sides, we can like ask for them to do decides the positive or negative. So we can make such kinds of positive and negative. That's why the parents is very, very important for the child life. That is my answer, maybe. Hope can answer the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. Yes, I think that's quite relevant to your answer, and it's quite practical actually, because in these modern times, I think music is one of the biggest drawing industries, other than IT. A lot of
Right,
people like to get associated themselves with music and
right.
dance.
Because
Uh,
music can be like therapy, right?
Therapy, yes, it is.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
can learn. Yeah, I learned from the Senangan also. Such kinds of music can reduce our stress, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, good.
Okay, Bante, we've come to the end of this evening's Dhamma session. There are no more questions. So we'll now go on to the Anumodana.
Yes, please can you share screens, brother? Can do share screens maybe? Yeah. Uh, yeah. I would like to share this Mary to all beings, to all my relatives, the departed relatives, and then who have connected karma with me, and to all of you, and may all devas, naga, gandabas, and yaka protect us due to these kinds of pandemic. So hope these situations can be soon, right, eradicate, so we can come back from the normal life. Yeah. Akka satta jabumatta devanaga mahitika punyang danganumoditwa cirang rakantu sasanam. Akka satta jabumatta devanaga mahitika punyang danganumoditwa cirang rakantu desanam. Akkasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahitika punyang tangan moditwa cirang rakandu mangparangti. Next. Idang menyati nahotu sukita hontu nyata yua. Idang menyati nahotu sukita hontu nyata yua. Idang menyati nahotu sukita hontu nyata yua. Sadu, sadu, sadu. Thank you.
So thank you, Bhante. We have come to the end of this evening's Dhamma sharing.
Thank you
And
so much.
before we end, let me take this opportunity to thank you for taking time off and to be with us this evening. And I know you must be very tired after your long flight from Sri Lanka to Dubai and back to Indonesia.
Thank you.
And you hopefully you will enjoy your quarantine in Indonesia.
Thank you.
And also to our sponsors this evening, thank you so much for your sponsorship, your kind sponsorship. May you be blessed by the triple gem. And to all our viewers this evening, thank you for joining us and sharing your time with us. And hope Bante's explanation on the fourth of the fake friends has been useful to you. Um, and before we end, let me also remind you that this Sunday we're going to have our first Mandarin Dhamma sharing here on the Buddhist Mahavihara's Facebook live page. And this Mandarin Dhamma sermon is actually going to be conducted by a Sri Lankan monk who actually studied in Taiwan, and he's very fluent, I was told, in Mandarin. And he's going to talk and explain the first verse of the Dhammapada. So, for those of you who are Mandarin speaking, we are now catering to your needs as well, because we have actually not been able to get Mandarin speakers over the last couple of months. So, we have finally managed to get that, and hope you will pass the word around to your friends who are Mandarin speaking and also Theravada Buddhists. So may you be able to join us this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. here at the Buddhist Mahavihara's Facebook page. So with that, let me take leave and have a pleasant evening, one and all. Thank you, Bante.
Thank you. May Triple James bless you. Terawan Saranai.
Trana Sarnai.